Hey guys, welcome to BP the Bible Perspective. Are we glorifying characters who harm the black community worse than the police? Now, before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comments section below. All comments are welcome. Um, you know, it seems like we're starting to see a series of television shows that are aimed at glorifying drug dealers and gangbangers. Um, we kind of always had them since the 80s, the late 80s, 90s. There were always these shows that kind of showed, you know, the, the, the black thug life. And it was glamorized, glorified. Of course, even with rap music at one point was glorified and glamorized. People like Snoop Dogg, who glorified pimping, as well as, you think about movies like Menace to Society. Um, I'm not going to say Boys in the Hood. Boys in the Hood was actually a good movie in that respect, but there have been other movies. Now, my question here is, and I'm looking at the new uh, the third trilogy in the Power, it's called, as you can see here, Power Book 3. The 50 Cent, the rapper 50 Cent, is one of the producers on the show. And the show is actually loosely based on his life. Now, before I move forward in this, let me just say this. This is what I'm not doing. I am not advocating that these shows be boycotted. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't watch them. That's not the point here. My point is to bring thought to the characters that are being glorified, not only in this show, but there are other shows that are coming out, and I have to kind of always wonder, then why do these shows have to kind of glorify the bad elements, in the black community? I'll get back to that later. This show, as I said, it's a prequel, and if you understand the original Ghost, the original Power, or as you say, Power One, it featured a ruthless drug dealer named Ghost. Now, that actually was not a bad theme there, because Ghost was actually trying to get out of the business. And then, of course, they have now uh, Ghost 2, and it's probably going to come back out sometime in the fall with its second or third season. This is a prequel, and let me back up. In the original series, the story is about two drug dealers who grew up together. Uh, 50 Cent's younger character comes up, and what the new movie is about is it's going back to when they were teenagers, how they got into the drug game. In the original Power, however, 50 Cent was just really in the series for about 3 seasons off and on. He did have a timeline, but then it was kind of just written out. This show kind of focused on his character, who wasn't that big of a character. He became a nemesis, of course, and then again, as I said, it was killed off. But in the prequel here, they focus on his character, and what's interesting about his character, he had, that's his character as it's played in the newer movie here, and he's about 15, 16 around that time, and he's becoming a man in the drug game. Now, again, my question is, are we glorifying characters that do more harm to the black communities? Far more than the police, all right? Now, this is his mother that's a drug dealer herself. which, according to 50 Cent's testimony, his mother was an actual drug dealer who died in a fire. But she's going to bring him into the game. And then you have, some of the characters here, how they're teenagers. And again, the guy to the left of the back of Kanan, he actually gets shot in the first season. And again, my point is, these characters, and this is my point here by saying this, these characters are drug dealers. They are, this may look nice, mother and son, but they are notorious drug dealers that are destroying the black community. So, and remember, in real life, you don't get to see how they play out in real life. See, they're protected by scripts, right? Screenplays, scripts. In real life, we see that they are wreaking havoc on the certain black communities, to the point now that every day in the news across the nation, you can see a drive-by shooting. And while I support the effort, while I support the effort of going after the police and, going after corrupt police who are shooting unarmed black people, do you know that if the police, and the police could do this if they wanted to, but if the police was to straighten up and stop going after unarmed black people. Just think about that for a moment. If the police, and they could, and in some cases they are, but if they said, okay, you know what? No more unarmed black people. If the police did that, and understand from a police shooting, when you think about the numbers, just even nationally, they come nowhere close to the carnage that is left by drug dealers and gangbangers in those neighborhoods. To the point now that innocent people are getting shot, innocent babies, young children. These gangbangers don't care. And what I'm saying is that if the police was to say, you know what, we're going to do our jobs, we're going to act right, we're not going to mess with the, with unarmed people, good people, you still would have these kinds of characters in our neighborhoods destroying our neighborhoods. They are a bigger threat than the police. And again, I do say we ought to carry on cleaning up the illegal corruption in our police departments. But the greater threat for black people in those neighborhoods come from people who look like us, these young thugs and these criminals. And, the Bible tells us that those who, and I'm paraphrasing, those who exalt the wicked, woe to those who exalt the wicked. They will be punished. And when you look at these neighborhoods, you look at our communities, are we not in some ways being punished? And the reason why is because no one is turning these thugs in. And again, I know it's a lot more complicated. It's a lot more complicated than I have in this time. But my original question is, should we be glorifying these characters? Should we not be decrying, condemning these characters who destroy our neighborhoods? That's my perspective. What do you think? Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comments section below. All comments are welcome. Till next time, I'll see you then.